The building at 1077 Market Street was constructed in 1912 as a theater called the Imperial. It is now called the Market Street Cinema and is currently an operating strip club. Since its opening, the Market Street Cinema has had a history of paranormal activity. Just months before our investigation, the Ghost Adventures crew investigated the Market Street and had some interesting experiences, including an encounter with a malevolent entity. Many people who have worked at the Market Street have witnessed strange events. 4 people have died in the building, 2 strippers and 2 handymen. The 2 most prominent entities are the handymen, James and Gary. James resides in the old projectionist booth at the top of the theater, and Gary resides in the basement. Both entities are blamed for harassing and even possessing some of the staff. Charles Webb, a local and longtime filmmaker, produced the G-String Horror, which was filmed here. Charles was our guide and related several stories surrounding the Market Street Cinema.
Gary was a janitor caretaker who they let live in the back basement, which we're going to go see now. He and another guy at separate ends of the thing. And he worked part-time, and so he also did a lot of drugs. And so he died of a heart attack, maybe from too much meth or something. And over the weekend, and he fell on the floor near the stairs. And over the weekend, the sump pump crapped out, no pun intended. And the basement floor was flooded with sewage, like this deep. And so it covered the body. And then when they fixed the sump pump, the sewage went down, they discovered the body sealed to the floor. So they had to peel him off the floor. That's the story. But I mean, you know, that actually happened. But one of the things that's heard repeatedly, and a number of the dancers who've worked here have told me this story, of a dancer who worked here years ago who had a miscarriage in one of the bathrooms.
Yeah, I was just
and you
feeling
hear the crying of the baby in the bathroom.
Wow.
That's that bathroom there.
We immediately went back to our base and began setting up our equipment for the investigation. We utilized the following equipment during this investigation: a video camera with night vision capabilities that can record images in very low light conditions, a digital recorder that can record a wider band of sound, including some frequencies that cannot be heard by a human ear. These types of recordings are called EVPs, or electronic voice phenomena. A PSB-7, or spirit box, which is said to allow entities to communicate through the white noise by scanning 10 radio frequencies per second. And finally, the millimeter, which documents fluctuations in the electromagnetic field. There are many causes for these types of fluctuations. Many consider them to be indicators of paranormal activity. We started in the tunnels at the basement level. This is where we set up our static night vision camera. This camera captured several unexplained shadows. We began exploring the tunnels. During this time, we captured several orbs and a few EVPs.
Listen.
At this point, I went into Gary's room and recorded some EVPs.
My name is Mike. Who are you? What? Gary? What did you say?
This voice is similar to ones we have captured in our Goldfield Hotel investigation, also saying the word. Eventually, we went back up to our base, and then entered the members-only club. We sat down and placed the spirit box on the stage. This is where the paranormal activity started to spike.
That sounded like my voice.
Are you dancing for us?
I don't know.
Well, that was something.
Say get out. If you want us to get out, say get out.
Shout it!
Just said get out. Just said get out. Who is it? Tell us your name. How many spirits are here?
We left the members only club and walked around the main stage area and captured some more EVPs.
Who's this girl? Well, you don't need night vision through here. Were you whistling? By chance? I thought I heard some whistling.
We continued through to the exterior of the club and into the remnants of the old theater. This is the area where James lived.
Did it say watch out?
Lovely.
Whose room is this?
Should we shut it off then?
Yeah, I think so.
We then moved into the basement area where the handyman Gary died of a drug-induced heart attack. After he collapsed, the plumbing system failed and covered his body with raw sewage. By the time someone found him, They had to peel him off the floor. This is where we captured our final piece of evidence.
Can't do nothing, can you?
What a good way to spend my Saturday.
Okay, back up about 15 seconds. I thought I heard something in the air. Sound, almost like somebody blowing.
The evidence we recorded clearly demonstrates a high level of paranormal activity occurring at the Market Street Cinema. The search for the truth continues.